DNA, same genetics. Here's a mother and daughter. Why do we age? What is this process of aging? In science, it happens at the cellular level. Cells go through a process called apoptosis. Another big word. I'm not supposed to use big words, but let me explain what apoptosis is. It's death of the cell. It's the lifespan and death of the cell. Some cells are supposed to die quickly. Some are supposed to live for a long time. Just depends on your cells. Like your skin cells, they actually, when you're younger, are supposed to rejuvenate every 3 to 4 weeks. You have a whole new layer of skin every month, you guys. When you hit about 26, 27, it takes about 6 weeks. When you hit about 32 or 33, it takes 8 weeks to create a new layer of skin. Why? Why does that slow down? We're all familiar with the term free radical damage, right? Yeah, good. Because free radicals, they're not like freedom fighters in Nicaragua or something, okay? They're unpaired molecules that wreak havoc in our cells, and they disrupt this apoptosis. They disrupt cellular death. They cause cells that are supposed to die quickly to not die quickly. And they cause cells that are supposed to live for a long time to die faster. They disrupt our what we call intracellular communication, or communication within the cell. So you got a nice healthy cell here, it gets attacked by free radicals, and it causes an unhealthy cell. In fact, what it really causes, there's one term we use for cellular free radical damage, it's called poikilocytosis, where the actual wall of the cell gets hard. So typically a cell membrane is soft and pliable. Nutrients can get in, toxins can get out. But when that cell membrane becomes hard, you don't get that delivery of nutrients and excretion of toxins and things like that, and the cell communication is disrupted, and the cell doesn't know what it's supposed to do anymore. And it causes, for example, skin cells to not die so quickly. So you don't get that new layer of skin quickly, and what happens? It starts getting wrinkles because your skin gets old. Happens to your organs too. This is what free radicals do to our body. Now we have several sources of free radicals. We have what's called exogenous, which is outside free radicals. That's what we've been talking about with the detox, you know, pollutants in the environment, cigarette smoking, tobacco, chemicals, things like that. But we also, I don't care if you lived in a bubble. If I hope there's no hypochondriacs here, and we've talked about all these chemicals and now they don't want to go outside, but even if you chose to move into a bubble and encapsulate yourself in the purest environment in the world, your own body still produces free radicals inside of it. It's called endogenous free radicals. And that's caused by just the fact that you're breathing air, oxygen. When oxygen gets to that cell, enters the nuclei, where we get the word nuclear from, it splits that oxygen molecule, produces energy with some of it, and the waste product, which is a free radical, with another. It takes those oxygen electrons, rips them apart. So you have an unpaired oxygen molecule now, and that's free radical damage. So it's not just about our environment, it's what goes on inside of our bodies too. How can we stop it? These are what antioxidants do. We have external antioxidants and we have internal antioxidants in our body as well. So the external antioxidants, we all know these. These are fruits and vegetables, right? The amazing polyphenol compounds. Over 8,000 known polyphenols right now. Over 4,000 classifications of flavonoids. We are supposed to eat a variety, right? We're omnivores. We're supposed to eat greens and yellows and blues and purples and reds and orange and everything. That's where we get all these flavonoids and polyphenols. Unfortunately, though, we don't eat that wide of a variety. And another unfortunate fact is that these polyphenols, some of them are very hard to absorb. We've all been taught about resveratrol, right? It's in our Renew. Resveratrol is less than 1% bioavailable, and yet it's a wonderful exogenous or outside antioxidant. In steps liposome technology. We can take these polyphenols and make them more bioavailable. But let's talk about something even more cool than outside antioxidants. Remember we talked about free radicals are created in your own body, the internal free radical damage. Did you know your body has a system to produce internal antioxidants as well? And these antioxidants are hundreds of times more powerful than anything you can ingest via your food. One of them is called glutathione. Another one is superoxide dismutase. We have catalase, coenzyme Q10, alpha-lipoic acid. These are all free radical scavengers, or antioxidants, that your own body produces. And yet, why don't you see like glutathione sold in capsules? If it's so much stronger, why? It's because these are antioxidants that your own body is supposed to produce, and when you orally ingest them, all of them are destroyed in the digestive tract. We'll talk about how we can overcome that later, but here's a diagram of what free radicals do. Glutathione in particular, and our polyphenols, even something as simple as vitamin C, are antioxidants that have an extra molecule. They have an extra electron, And a free radical is a cell that is radicalized. It's missing an electron. It's an unpaired, and so it's kind of confused. So all antioxidants do is they have these extra electrons, and they give it to the free radical. And it stabilizes that molecule. And then your body either uses it or eliminates it. So ORAC chart, we've all heard of this term before. What the ORAC score is, oxidative reactive strength of any particular chemical or substance. You really can't see on the screen here. I'm going to try to point it out. Oh, yeah, the screen's too bright back there, but look all the way down in green tea. There's just going to be a hair-thin line at the bottom. It was actually hard for our marketing department to come up with this chart because it shows the ORAC score of external antioxidants versus the strength of just one, glutathione, internal antioxidant. So green tea's got about a 1,200 ORAC score. Acai has about 102,000, so think about that. The powerfulness of acai versus green tea in scavenging free radicals. It's about 100-fold, right? Clove is the world's most powerful external antioxidant. And you know, we have a little bit of clove in our Renew. It's about just under 300,000 on the ORAC score. Well, glutathione actually doesn't have an ORAC score because it's an internal antioxidant. The ORAC score is created for external antioxidants. But just so that you could see the comparison, and actually you couldn't even see this because glutathione is 300 times more powerful than clove at scavenging free radicals. And by the way, this chart is not 300 times. 300 times went about 2 feet off the screen. But marketing had to shrink it so it would fit on the screen. Yeah, he said, basically, if you were a human being standing next to the Empire State Building, that's the difference of clove versus glutathione as far as scavenging free radicals, okay? But again, why don't you see glutathione supplements? How come everybody's not taking glutathione? You guys, glutathione really is the end-all for aging. You know, there's glutathione boosters up there. Why did they have to make a booster? It's because glutathione is destroyed in the digestive tract. Enter liposome technology. We can protect that glutathione. We can protect those polyphenols. We can get the best of the external antioxidants and internal antioxidants and truly combat free radical damage. Eternal. This is the brainchild of Vasayo. This is the product that's going to start, I don't know how you'd say it, turning the dial, cranking it up. We added another ingredient in here though, and you saw in the video, Dan mentioned it. Collagen is a huge seller in Asia. I don't care if you go to Japan or Korea or Singapore or Malaysia, it's like the best-selling beauty product everywhere. Everywhere you go, you see collagen. It's because the clinical studies behind ingesting collagen, it gets broken down into a bunch of amino acids, but those amino acids are then used to boost your own body's collagen and elastin level.